How many planets do you think that there are beyond what we've already found? I don't know me, I love to speculate, so let's do that. Let's start with what we know. In exoplanetary science, we have discovered a lower limit that sun-like stars average 1.1 planets per star. There is somewhere between 100 billion and 400 billion stars in the Milky Way galaxy, so let's just call it 200 billion. If there are 200 billion stars in our galaxy, and we know that stars average 1.1 planets, there's probably 250 billion planets just in our galaxy, but I would say that this is for sure a lower limit. At 1.1 planets per star number is probably way undershooting what is actually out there. So on the x-axis, we have semi-major axis. This is the distance that a planet is from its star. So as you go to the right, a planet is further and further away. You can see the Earth right here, 365 days, 1 AU. Y-axis, you have mass. So right at the one Earth mass, you see the Earth. Venus, a little bit less massive than the Earth. Way up here, you have Jupiter and Saturn, which were much more massive than the Earth. Red data points here, all of the Kepler planets, are within the semi-major axis of the Earth, and they tend to be larger. Most of the planets that we have found are bigger than the rocky planets in our solar system, and they orbit more closely to their stars. The blue data are simulated data points for what used to be called the WFIRST telescope. Now it's called the Nancy Grace Roman telescope. These are all planets that Roman should be able to find. Big takeaway here is that this red boxed in section represents what we are sensitive to with our current instruments and techniques, which is to say, we are really good at finding planets inside of this box. Once you get outside of this box, we simply can't see them. It's not that they aren't there, we just can't find them. We don't have the tools, the techniques, the sensitivity. We don't have the sensitivity to detect Venus's, Earth's, or Mars. We have not been able to complete the search for smaller planets and planets that are further away. We can safely estimate that there's probably at least 200 billion planets just in our galaxy. It could be a factor of 10 higher, it could be a factor of 2 or 6, I'm not really sure. That number could be a trillion, it could be several trillion. And again, that's just in our galaxy. A reminder that there's about 2 trillion galaxies. So whatever the number is for the Milky Way, just multiply that by 2 trillion, and that's the number of planets in the observable universe. And just a reminder there that the observable universe is just a part that we can see. There's no reason to suspect that if we were to go outside of the part of the universe that's observable to us, there wouldn't just be more universe. So even that number would really just be a lower limit for what actually exists.